Okay, welcome to another episode of Harry's Movie Messengers. This was a movie I watched last night with my son called Straight Outta Compton, about rappers that were very successful in the 1980s. You had Eazy-Z, Ice Cube, DJ Vella, MC Ran. They used to call him just Dre, but I think the media tagged on Dr. Dre and Arabian Prince. Now, some of the founders of the group were not included in the movie. I think Arabian Prince might have only got a small mention. But basically, it's about a bunch of rappers that formed around about 1985 under the umbrella of a lot of violence between law enforcement and the black community, and especially the young guys. And it sort of highlights the struggles that a band has, not just through infighting between themselves and their manager, but when you've got another force outside, which in some ways drives their music. I found it a lot like, reminded me of, with Fleetwood Mac. It was their driving force for their music was all their the interactions, between themselves, as far as their marriages and their loves and hates and all the rest of it between the band. The band members themselves were often in conflict, and there's a lot of emotion. But in this case, with N.W.A, which you can, I'd rather not say it, but it's stands for Niggers with Attitude, which was formed basically. I think that name came about because of the presence of the police. Every time these guys would come up with, would try to get together to form something. And as I say, unfortunately, what they were forming, the driver for their music, which became really popular, was the conflict between young black Americans and law enforcement. I'm not going to take sides on this. Violence is violence, but by the same token, the law has to have justice. So there's two sides of the coin. Here we go. Straight Outta Compton is the name of the movie, and this is sort of what they had to go up against. Probably, at least once a week, they'd run into these problems.
What we do?
We'll find out in a minute what you did.
Shut the fuck up.
Get your ass on the ground now. Get on the ground.
On the ground? What's supposed to do with this?
So at this stage, and there is documentary evidence to show several of these instances happening. They're just out the front drinking their milkshakes or whatever, having their coffees, about to talk about how they're going to do their rapping for the day. And because they're standing in the street the way they are, the police have come round and antagonising them.
What we do?
Hey, get down. Get on the ground now.
Get your punk ass on the ground. Let's go. Get the fuck down.
Hands behind your back, interlock your fingers.
This is fucked up.
Interlock them.
Fuck, you got us on the ground like this for, officer?
For our protection, 7 of you and 4 of us. So sit tight and let us do our
Hey,
job.
officer, I'm sorry. What is going
Sir,
on now?
can you stay right there, please?
So it's definite harassment, and it's just conflict. And this guy you see here, he's coming out now. He's their manager.
We're trying to check these bangers, make sure they're clean.
All right, I'm sorry. These are not bangers, okay? These are artists.
So, and this is true. This guy, even though like a lot of musical managers back in the day, had his own corruption issues, and he wasn't a saint, but by the same token, he was sticking up for the rights of these young black guys and promoting them. He was their main manager. You'll see all the interactions. I mean, as I say, there was a lot of infighting between the band members themselves and the manager. It was, and then you've got this big force over the top this conflict, which is happening in America even now, you know, with racism, and you've got a president that's, you know, talking about bringing in Marines to stop vandalism and things like that, instead of letting the California police and marshals look after them. He's coming in to the extent of, you know, people could get killed, which is just crazy. I mean, I think the message of this movie is, you know, the whole world, we all need better communication, you know, rather than you stand over there and I stand over here and we have our own attitude on things and we can't talk. We should be talking, okay? We should be talking and trying to work things out without the need of force, and whether that be, you know, non-communication or threats, all kinds of things like that. But anyway, I'll play a bit more and then I'll wrap it up.
Excuse me, artists?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah.
What kind of artists?
Rappers. And they're working with me in the studio right now.
Well, see, rap is not an art. And I'm sorry, who are you?
I'm the manager.
Well, you're wasting your time, Mr. Manager.
You gotta be kidding me.
You're wasting your time.
Really?
These clients of yours, these
Yeah.
rappers,
Yeah.
they look like gang members.
Yeah, so anyway, it's just a great movie that highlights the fact that we need to talk about things rather than have an attitude that just blocks out everything and make a stand, and which leads to violence. So check it out. It's a pretty good it's a good movie. It's got a lot of interactions with the girlfriends of the rappers. They're interacting and they sometimes they had really good guidance. Other time they were influencing things the wrong way. Sometimes they would get caught up in the violence. But you know, these guys, N.W.A, back in the day, they had a huge following, 11 million records, and you can look on the internet. If you go to N.W.A on Wikipedia, you can research. But it's quite all the characters are interesting. So I won't give you too much information, but they do, like a lot of bands, towards the end they just crumble, and you know, some continue to do good for themselves. I think Ice Cube, he did reasonably well many years later. Snoop Dogg was only in there a little bit, but I was in the bottle shop the other day, and even Snoop Dogg has even got a bottle of wine, which is not bad. Out there, it's a red wine, and I think it's a Cab. It could be a Cab Merlot. I'm not sure, but you know, some of them continue to have success. One of them actually got quite sick. I won't go into that, but he got sick and died, and that was a bit of a blow to the band. Anyway, check it out. Straight Outta Compton, it's called, and I think you might enjoy it. Okay, thanks for watching. Cool.
Yo, he got slapped with my stick, so that point's half mine. We got the drop by 8, he got 9:30. Everybody's getting up. If I rise my arm up, you don't want my savages to go bananas. You know my name rings bells, I've been G from the